everybody. It's Rayanna, Shattered Spirit, Shattered Soul. I'm thinking about doing this though. A shattered spirit, shattered soul, no more. Yeah, well, why not, So, you know how I get just pumped up and going every day. And, I get that doggy in me. I just, it just, God was with me last night, and I got to have a beautiful time of conversation with him and understanding. And he opened up so many venues and avenues for me this morning that, my energy has been just super, super intense, super, super high. And I have been so grateful for everything I've received today. And I was blessed with the fact that I got more creative ideas that I get to put on, a different venue in my life. And I used to work a lot with a lot of different age groups. So I've been from elderly down to little people. And I like all of them. That's my problem. I love everybody. I have so much love for everybody that I give it all away. And once I give it all away, I'm learning, guys, you're teaching me to take some of it back. But after I did my studies with God this morning, I went through Matthew's with him. I learned about the Magi's. I learned about a lot of different things today. And it was very good for me. And it was, I just have had a fabulous day. I had to go to the grocery store. I have to feed those little raccoons, and the birds, and they're multiplying. So I'm telling you, David's gonna have a fun bill this winter. Just saying. The more I'm staying here, the more animals are coming in. I don't know what to say. So here we go. So let me give you how my day was. So I put my iPad and my phone into the microwave because of the EBS. They suggested that between 2 and 4, we put our iPads in the microwave, play it safe, right? And unplug all your TVs and everything. And I did what they told us to do. It's just a safety thing, right? I knew the Lord had us. I wasn't worried about it. But people, I trust me. And I'm just like, I know better, but I'm just going to do it. And then I went to the store. I went ahead and went to the store, went out, and I met this gentleman that's very much like me. It was kind of a joy. He's an ex-Army guy. I guess you could say they're never done. Military men and women never leave the service. They're always in. It's always there. It's always here. It's always here. So we started talking, and he was talking about how he trusts animals more than people. And I told him, I get it. I just told him my truth, and he told me his. And, this man worked on concrete after he got out of service, and he ended up being a diabetic. And I told him, I just think that you can cure diabetes, right? I feel that because it's a food. Sometimes I told him that our foods are prepared foods that are out there in bags, and they have tons of garbage in them to keep them longer on the shelves and stuff that just aren't good for us, and it causes a lot of damage to our body. He agreed with me. He said, yep, what they haven't told us, right? And I said, yes, sir. And so I prayed for him, though, because you could see the bruises on his arms, and that's a sign of like low iron and taking a drug that actually is causing that. And I gave him Dr. Alan Mandel's name again today and told him how to make quinine, his own quinine, because I make my own quinine if I know that there's something coming up. And I just told him, I said, there's so much information out there. We just all have to start sharing some of these things. And he agreed with me. And then I prayed over him. And I asked him, do you believe that you can be healed by God? Do you believe it? Because I'm going to tell you, there's angels walking right now that have hands on you. They're walking amongst us right now. And I said, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray that God delivers you simple, easy healing today. And he blesses you with the healing of the diabetes. And know that it's the Mother, the Father, and the Son, Holy Spirit. He says, absolutely, it's the Mother, Father, Holy Spirit, my light. He knew, he knows. And he agreed. He says, yes, I believe that I can be healed by someone and by angels and by Christ. And I said, well, may it be delivered. May it be delivered, Mike, because that's what I'm praying for you, that you don't have to go through any more of this. You know, he's 68 years old. He deserves not to be in pain the rest of his life. He deserves to have freedom. Freedom of pain, freedom of worry, freedom of stress. He doesn't believe in credit cards. I don't blame him. I get it. And I met another lady, and I told her about me having the ability to understand where certain things are in, like, our waterways, and that I'm giving gifts of when things happen on our earth. But I got to tell you this today, I want to say good, positive things, because what I saw today when I was driving back home from the store is green grass forever on these ranches out here in Texas. Beautiful green grass. The Mother's healing. She's healing us. They're giving us water again. The grass is becoming rich and green again. Our cattle are going to be, range fed here. We've been very blessed with a lot of ranchers that said, I'm not doing this stuff anymore, and we're going to have grass fed and grain. Our cattle are going to be grain fed, and we're not going to give them a bunch of garbage anymore. Okay, put it in their blood, all this stuff that they put in our meats. It's amazing, right? We're going to let the Lord take care of all of our cattle, and the Lord's going to help us take care of all of our replanting of our trees. And the lady and I agreed with that. And she says, I think you're right. I said, no, I've seen the vision already. I said, I've already had those dreams. I've had those visions. I see us coming together in large groups and replanting, like our avocado trees, all of our trees that have been cut down. I see this happening. I have this vision. I've had it over and over and over again for the last year. Over and over again. How we're going to get this done quickly. How we're going to come together as a collective, as all of us in this love vibration, wanting the best products on our tables, the best products for our children to eat, the best products for us to be healthy with, planting our pecan trees again, our apricot trees again, and doing this and not letting the food rot out on a pavement in a pile, right? God did not intend us to waste product like that can be sent around the world and to our needy children and our hungry American people and the world people like that. That's not right. It's not right. We need to feed our people. We need to do what's right. We need to do what the earth was put here for us to do and use. We need to come together as one, as a collective, and take care of each other. Build this country back up in God's country. Give it back to the Mother so she can actually raise up what needs to be raised from her soil up. We have a lot of things that we can do as the American people, as a collective. And by George, I think we're going to do it. Now, I promised a few people a few other things. while I was out on that street today and out in that grocery store. I met a young girl. I think she's probably early 20s. She was in the health section of the health food store at the grocery store. And we got to talk about harmonic healing today, and we got to talk about a lot of stuff. And that girl actually was into everything I was talking about, and she knew some of these things also already. I think our younger generation that are out there are actually interested in all of this knowledge, and they're into God. They're into the Christ. They're into Christ consciousness, and that gives me hope. And without hope, we cannot have faith. We cannot have faith. With faith, we can accomplish anything, right? Because of God. Because of God. All right, I'm going to give you a history lesson on tarot cards. Because I know a lot of people are against tarot card readers. Or they're against tarot cards, period. But I'm going to tell you what tarot cards are about. Tarot cards were designed back in the 14th century in Europe, and it was made actually as art at first. They were painted by Italians and made into their art. Then they made it into a game. And then they put it into what they call an existing deck. Okay? These cards were considered, they were called trump cards, by the way, or trump, Trumph. But it was trump cards. That was in the 14th century when tarot cards were first developed. And they were painted by artists. Beautiful paintings made primary as a parlor game was what the tarot cards were made of to begin with. Members of nobility would commission the artist to design them their own set of tarot cards featuring their family members and friends on them. And so they would paint these beautiful family photos, portraits of their families on these cards, and then they give them certain names. That's how tarot cards started happening. Many of these sets were created by the Visconti family of Milan, Italy. Okay? And in the 16th century, however, people began giving meaning to these cards. So then they started giving it purpose, like the moon card with the family dog that was painted on that card was given then a purpose, what they called a purpose for each card or meaning. In the 18th century, these cards were assigned those specific meanings, and then they were laid out for divinatory purposes, which is an intuitive perception, which I'm an intuitive because of God giving me the ability to be an intuitive, correct? All right. God has given my Holy Spirit intuition, which is discernment, if you ask Him about it before you make any move towards that. Right? Okay. The energy work from the ethers to these cards are from the mother and the father. All right? The Christ. In 1781, a former Freemason Protestant minister named Antoine Court de Gabelin published an analysis of the tarot in which he revealed that the symbolism of the tarot, it came from esoteric secrets of an Egyptian priest. It was a priest from Egypt that put the energy, he was a minister, a preacher, a priest, a representative, to these cards. De Gabelin went to explain the ancient occult knowledge that he learned about. Occult, which means beyond the realm of comprehension, inscrutable only to the initiated / medium of energy. Intuitive / medium of energy. Now, the Holy Spirit gives us energy, and we're of Christ light. We put all of our white Christ light around us, and we do of good, and we love people, and we are of good because Christ has anointed us in his honor by giving us and us receiving the Holy Spirit. Now, when Anton found out about the knowledge of these cards, as a medium, he would receive, like I do when I go, holy, holy, holy. Or when we sing, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in. It uplifts us. We feel the filling of the Holy Spirit, and it warms us up. All right. So we have a choice of bad or good. I mean, we could sing some songs in different harmonics, and we can make, the energy change. And that's what happens with stuff like this. It's how you use the products. Anybody can make anything evil, and anybody can make things good. It's a choice. That's why I don't judge a tarot card reader. I don't judge them. It's not mine to judge. Not when they're doing good with it and they're helping people get through stuff. All right? It's not mine to judge. I'm going to answer to my Lord when I go. My spirit decides to leave my vessel. Okay? The knowledge that Anton got was carried to Rome, and it was revealed to the Catholics, the Catholic Church, and all the popes at that time in 1781 who desperately wanted to have this knowledge, and they got the knowledge and they kept that knowledge to themselves and they kept it secret. The artwork that Anton had discovered was detailed symbolism of the tarot artwork and connects it to the legends of Isis, Osiris, and the other Egyptian gods from way back when. Isis and Osiris. That's the knowledge of the energy of the Egyptian tarot cards. That's who gave the cards the energy, were those gods. Okay? 1818 when I said that. That's angel numbers. Even though Anton couldn't prove it, there definitely was an energy coming from those cards. Now, we all know that when we sing certain songs, we all get energy. When we meditate, we all get energy. I worry about myself because I meditate a lot, and we can actually meditate so much that we call it burnout, okay? So I have to be very careful right now because my meditations, I'm kind of glad that I didn't do a lot of meditation today, but I'm gonna do some tonight because I need to definitely do some tonight. I'm just saying, I love my people who do tarot card readings. And I'm not going to judge them. I'm going to love them. I'm going to love them, and if they're doing wrong, Lord, and if I'm doing wrong, by hearing what they have to say, I ask that you take us, love us, because when you died on that cross, Lord, I know that you saved me. I know you saved me. And you dropped that blood on there for this. And you know my name. It's inscribed. It's inscribed in your hands. My name's on your palms. And Lord, for those, I pray love to them. I pray forgiveness for my friends if they're doing something wrong, which I don't think they are. It's not mine to judge them. It's mine to know them, know their story, know their love, how they came to doing it. Find out who they are. Don't put judgments up and close the door. You never know an angel when they're in front of you. You never know who the angels are when you close them off. We're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to love people. We're supposed to be generating positive. So I'm just going to keep binding it up, loving everybody, giving everybody choice. The choice. It's your choice. Love yourselves. Love yourself enough to know that I can expand my vision. I can open many doors. I can love children. I can love the elderly. I can love the guy that's sitting on the street. I can love that military man that has no legs. The man who's had the burned off his face. Skin burned off his face. We really, 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 truly need to think about how we project onto others. And we need to trust in our Father and our Mother and our Holy Spirit and the discernment in which they give us through the Holy Spirit. And if the Holy Spirit that's within me, that Jesus has been working with me and myself and my body, and he's the one that has come to me and said, I'm going to heal you. And that's the devil talking in my ear. I don't know what to say. But I love him. I love every minute, every time he knocks. I go to my prayer closet. I listen to what lessons he gives to me. All I can do is tell you what kind of love I've received and how I feel each and every day. And today was a fabulous day for me. I felt very good, very enriched, and it was glorious. So be blessed, everybody, and love who we are. Love those out there. Find out their story. Find out their story. You never know when you can meet an angel. And that's not just a woman, it's a man too. It's babies, it's our children. You never know when that hard shell, all you have to do is give a hug and say, what's your story? I tell you what, be blessed, dance, eat cake, be glorious, be happy. And know that tomorrow's a new day, and we're going to all have a wonderful beacon of light beaming off of us, knowing that we are the light. We're supposed to be the light for Christ. We're supposed to be the hope for other people and the faith. So let's spread that faith. Let's spread that hope. Let's spread that love. Good night now. Bye-bye.